Yo, what's up guys? So it's your boy Tusiko from Gadget Berry. Today I've got a different video for you guys. Of course, we are speaking about ways of making money without any money. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that by the end of this video, you should actually have chosen one or two or all of these things that you can actually make money without investing any money. I mean, of course, you are gonna have to invest time, you are gonna have to invest energy, you are gonna have to invest uh, you gotta have a strong mind, strong heart. I do not have a word for that feminine, but you gotta be strong at mind and strong at your heart also, meaning that you got to be ready for failure. Of course, you're not gonna be successful in all of these things that I'm gonna mention. Probably just one of these things is gonna work for you, or two or three or all of them if you're a genius like me. But that's a story for another day, as I always say. So we're just gonna get straight to it. The first, without wasting any time. So the first thing that we're gonna be talking about is called, well, these things are named by me, so I call it the buyers and sellers. So I don't call it buying and selling, I call it the buyers and sellers. Because what you need to do on this one called the buyers and sellers, one thing that you need to do, you need to know the buyers, sorry, you need to know the sellers. And once you know the sellers, look for the buyers. I mean, there's always going to be a seller, there's always going to be a buyer. So you need to look for the seller, because it's pretty easy to get the sellers, they're almost everywhere. Find a seller that's going to allow you to resell for profit or with your own markup. So find a seller that's going to allow you to add your own amounts on the initial amounts that they charge you. So sorry about that, I just need to adjust my chair. Okay, so once you find the sellers, of course, the next thing that you have to do, once you guys have a deal, some sort of a deal, that actually you can now sell their products and stuff like that, start taking good pictures of their products. I mean, the fact that you saw this video means you probably have a smartphone, or if you don't have a smartphone, you do have a friend who has a smartphone and you do have access to internet, meaning that you can actually post these things online on markets like Facebook Marketplace, OLX, Gumtree. There's this one called Letgo. There's a lot of websites online for these online classifieds. I mean, things that they're selling there, they're selling pretty much everything that you need. They're selling from cups, from cups to cars to phones to laptops, TVs, music instruments, camera equipment, everything that you need. They have it there. Clothing, apparel, shoes, and shit like that. They have it. So you can find what you want to sell. So this one gives you like it gives you a huge choice over here, because you pretty much choose what niche or what department you want to get yourself into. If you want to sell cars, you can just go to dealerships, find out if they allow you to sell their cars for commission. Of course, you can. If you want to sell less laptops and shit like that, go to electronic shop, ask them if they allow you to do that. I mean, I know Cash Crusaders allows people to do that. There's a lot of other retailers, and there's a lot of other small shops that can actually allow you to do that. So now moving on further to our next thing, and of course, I think I've taken too much speaking about the buyers and sellers. Maybe that's because that's what I do myself. Well, I'm not in the buyers and sellers industry. I'm in the buying and selling industry, because the more you do the buyers and sellers game, getting a customer for a seller, getting your profit. If you're smart like me, you're gonna be saving your profits. Like, you're gonna be saving 50% of your profits. Because I mean, come on, if you can't save 50%, what you mean? Do you mean that if you went in the position of doing this buyers and sellers thing, what you were gonna die if you didn't do what you want to do with that money? I mean, we all have needs, we always have needs, but just try and save it, because you don't want to live like that forever. It's a shitty experience, I know it. Sometimes you get a customer that's gonna pay a lot, you highly anticipate it because you know you're gonna get good profit, but once you get to the shop, they tell that the product is sold, or you find out that the product still needs to be repaired or something. I mean, there's a lot of letdown with that. So you of course don't want to do that forever. You're going to be saving money, so you can end up being in the buying and selling industry. Now the next thing over here is the home numbers. So the home numbers is something that I would have done growing up as a kid if this idea came to me at that stage. But of course, it just came now when I had other things going on, when I think I found something that I can do to make money or to earn a living. Not one thing, a lot of things, but I just can't do the home numbers thing because I'm no longer at that stage of things, so to speak. I'm no longer at that scene. It's not my thing. I'm not into the hardware type of industries. I'm not in the hardware type of things, so to speak. But I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. But moving on further, if you'd like to do this, you can of course do it. This is home numbers. So you just buy yourself a paint spray. Almost said pepper spray. I don't know for what reason. But get yourself a paint spray. Preferably get yourself a black one and a blue one. So get templates of numbers from 0 up to 9. So you're gonna get that in the hardware shop. So you can just spray the home numbers on the homes that needed the numbers, of course. I mean, you can just go around offering people to actually make them clearer, to actually make their numbers clearer, or if their numbers are just not showing at all, offer them to do that for like 100 rands, 150 or 200 rands, which will be like 20 bucks, 8 bucks to 20 bucks in dollars, in US dollars. But of course, that's a decent amount. Imagine if you were to do like 5-10 houses a day. These people are not gonna run away, of course. Small amount. Now speaking about it, I just think I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna get myself a nice car to do this job, get my paints, get my number templates, and go around doing this for people. One thing I like about this is that even if they don't have the money to pay you right away, you can tell them that you're gonna collect the money month end, because of course, who's gonna run away and give their home just because they don't want to pay you small amount for a home number that you did for them? So they're definitely gonna pay you, and you can't tell me that out of all the people, out of all the members in the household, no one is working. So of course, that one is a winner. So I think I'm gonna do that myself too. So now I think I am at that stage. But now, going on ahead, we've got the car wash, and if you guys think I'm getting all this information from some websites, that's why I keep referencing on my phone, you are wrong. So I basically, this is my scrapbook. I write down everything here. I manage my everything. I record it here. So I just thought about this a few minutes ago, and I wrote them down in my ugliest handwriting. I just didn't want to have the book right in front of me because that would be very weird. So I just decided to write them down on the phone. Then you guys can just stay entertained. So now this one is a car wash. So you can of course open up a car wash just in your area. I mean, for a car wash, you just, well, what do you need? You need soap. You can use Sunlight liquid. It's very good. A lot of car owners would approve, so don't worry about that. You can use Sunlight liquid. That's what you need. You always have that at home. If you're trying to make something better or trying to make something good out of your life, of course they'd support you at home. They can just allow you to use the one that they have. Even if it finishes fast, of course, then you're gonna buy another one because you're gonna be making money and you're gonna start being responsible. So they're definitely gonna like that. So get yourself. So of course you take the Sunlight liquid at home. They're gonna support you, and get buckets. You definitely have that at home. 1 or 2 buckets will do. Get a sponge. You definitely have some spongy material at home, and a scrubbing brush for walls, for tires. So now you're good. You got yourself a sponge. You got a towel, a cloth, or a sham. Maybe your father or your mother or your uncle or your brother who has a car has a sham. You can use that. And if their things start wearing out, of course, be responsible and replace them, because of course you'll be making money. Don't just think that they should help you just like that, because it doesn't really work like that. I can't be constantly helping you at my expense whilst you are making money out of this inconvenience that you're putting me through. So I don't know if you get it. So I just have to clarify that. Make sure that if you use something that belongs to someone, even if it's your family member, even if it's your mom, your father, your uncle, your brother, your sister, or anyone, your grandmother, anyone, just replace it replace it once it wears out, because of course we'll be making money. So a car wash just needs your time and those few things that I mentioned as equipment, which are things that we all have at our homes, I'd assume. Now, can make about, I don't know, 300 gens a day with a car wash. So I'm guessing around there if you're washing about if you're washing 6 cars a day. So with good marketing and good word of mouth, you can definitely wash way over 6 cars a day, and you can actually hire people if you are popular in your area. Now, yeah, here's another one. So now this is a fourth one. I've tried it before, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I've tried it before and I've failed, but I am gonna include it here because it doesn't need money. It needs dedication. It needs an idea. It needs a great mind. It needs dedication. It needs time. It needs someone who knows what they really want. It doesn't need so much time, but you must give it like a good hour or two of your day. Now this one is drop shipping. This one is a popular one on the internet. Of course, when I'm talking about drop shipping, the first thing that's coming to mind is Shopify, because of course almost all of us, well, not almost all of us, but a good amount of us that are here on YouTube have heard about Shopify and have had a will to try Shopify. So I'm just gonna tell you that Shopify is not a scam. It actually depends on the country that you are in. I mean, for us in Africa, I do not know about other countries, but being a South African, did you hear that? But being a South African in Africa puts me in a lot of disadvantages for businesses like dropshipping. I won't lie to you guys. I mean, I did Shopify, but one that's a lot better is the Amazon. I do not know what it's called really, but it's Fulfillers by Amazon or something like that. But basically, it's doing drop shipping on Amazon. So now, what drop shipping is? Now, drop shipping allows you to create your own online store with a catalog of items that you are selling. You don't necessarily have to have the stock, have to have physical stock of what you're selling, okay? But you can just advertise it there, have people looking at your catalog online, of course, with your marketing and your influencer things that you've been doing. When they land into your store, they can just buy and have the item shipped in like 30 days or some 60 days, which really pisses my customers off, because of course I'm in South Africa. I think I'm so far from the departure point of these items, and that actually kills when it comes to shipping, because now you end up having shipping disagreements and shit like that with customers, because now sometimes Shopify confuses shipping. I do not know whether it was me that had a problem with charging my customers the shipping fee with the price, but somehow after they had paid, the shipping fee would just come after as a surprise. But anyways, as something that was not included all along. But anyways, moving on further, now the customers can just buy. When they buy what they saw in your shop, you get an order. So basically they've just ordered and they paid the money instantly. That's the beauty of drop shipping. They've paid the money instantly. The money's in your account. You know what they want. You go get it from Alibaba for cheap. For example, for like this mouse, you can advertise it in your shop for like 150 rands. When somebody clicks on it and actually decides to buy it, they send 150 bucks to you. Then you just take maybe like 20 rands or 50 bucks and just buy the thing from Alibaba. So I prefer having physical stock now that I'm older and wiser in business, rather than doing this buyers and sellers thing, because basically it puts us back to the buyers and sellers in just a modern and smarter way. But now I think you get the idea of Shopify. You can actually search Shopify drop shipping or Amazon drop shipping or anything like that on YouTube. It's going to show you quite a lot of useful information. I just brushed over it because I'm just going over the 5 things that you can do to make money without investing any money. Because I told you that with Shopify they pay you first, then you got the money to go and buy the thing that they need, send it to their address. It's called a fulfillment. You fulfill their order, so now they get what they want. You got the money beforehand. Now it gets confusing when they asking about the shipping times and stuff like that, because they're gonna be asking that from you, the shop, you the vendor, and they do not know that it doesn't really depend. It's not up to you. I mean, there's a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to shipping. There's a lot of delays, so it's something that we are always waiting for, something that we are always ready for. So moving on further, the last thing that you can do to make money without investing any money is, of course, a website. Now, why websites? I say, well, I think that everybody should have a website, because websites are like property. Websites are like property. You know, a piece of property that is worth about 100,000 rands today is guaranteed that if maintained and well taken care of, in the next 10 years it will be worth around $1 million. Well, I just came up with that times 10 scale on my mind, because that's how I see things. But it's not an actual scale or percentage or whatsoever. It's not in the statistics. It's not in any statistics. I didn't take it from anywhere. So I'm saying a piece of property that is worth 100 grand today will, if well taken care of and well maintained, will be worth $1 million in 10 years. So meaning that it will be appreciating by 100,000 per year. So with websites, it's also like that. If you take good care of your website and maintain it, it's definitely going to grow. So I believe that everybody should have a website, because websites are a good and a perfect way to collect money online. It could be a blog, it could be a website. Honestly speaking, I do not know a good difference between the two. I do know that companies usually have websites, and private individuals like me usually have blogs and stuff like that. But there are a lot of private individuals like me who have websites. I do not know the difference between the two, but I just prefer the word website. It could be a blog or whatsoever, but as long as you link it with AdSense, there's something called Google AdSense and Google AdWords or something like that. So if you link your website with that, Google will just throw in random adverts that we probably see all the time when we're online. You don't know about those adverts as the author of the website, but of course they are there because you linked it with AdWords and AdSense. Now, whenever somebody clicks or interacts with that advert that is put by Google on your contents like that, you get some percentage of dividends from Google, and I do not know how much, but I know it's not much. So if you've got a lot of content, if you've got a lot of people engaging with that content, a lot of people seeing those adverts, there's a good fair chance that there's a huge amount of people that's going to click on the adverts. And if they do click on the adverts, hooray, that's good news for you. And if they do actually buy what's in the adverts, now that's another story. That's it's amazing. So you're basically getting yourself a share of that sale too. So as I said, that if you buy a piece of land now which is worth 100 grand, it will be worth well over $1 million in the next 10 years, if well maintained and well taken care of. So say you take good care of your website, you upload content on a regular basis, you upload good content, you're talking about topics that are interesting to people, you're appealing to people, you found yourself a right niche, you're getting private companies paying for ad space, specifically paying for ad space, you're getting ad revenue from Google and shit like that. So now think about it. If you open this website today with no money and use a free domain from WordPress, now WordPress is another hosting service that allows you to get a free websites without paying anything. However, they do put their name on your domain. So yeah, you can't complain. It's just a free website anyways. So you're gonna be getting advertisements and stuff like that. So you're gonna be getting paid a lot from the internet in 10 years time. So your site will be worth a lot of money in 10 years time. So it's not physical sites, not physical property, but it's in the internet. You got internet presence, and that's how much it's gonna be worth as time goes if you take care of it and maintain it good. So those 5 things that you can do to make money without investing any money. So now, if you saw this video, so if you are thinking that you've hit a dead end and stuff like that, you find yourself in pawn shops selling your stuff. Trust me, I've been there. But with things like this, I know I didn't mention all the things that you can do to make money without any money, but with things like this, yeah, you should by now know that there's a lot of things that you can do for you. There's a lot of opportunities in the universe. You do not need school for any of the things that I mentioned. You do not need money for any of the things that I mentioned. So you can't procrastinate saying that you're waiting for capital. Who's gonna give you capital? But anyways, that's something else. That's something else. Just don't stay and say you're waiting for capital, because no one's gonna give you capital if you're just sitting like that waiting for capital. I mean, people are gonna give you capital if they see you. Your family is gonna give you capital if they see you taking their sunlight liquid in their bucket and using their water every day, washing cars, doing what you need to do to make it, doing anything that you have to do to make it, as I've been saying. Then they'll support you. And if they see that you're doing responsible things with the money, you're replacing the things that the supplies that you are using at home, your family is gonna support, your friends and family, your parents and everyone's gonna support you if you come up to them and say, hey, this is a link to my website. Check out my website. This is what I talk about. They definitely gonna support you. You do not need to just sit and say you're waiting for capital. So there was ways to make money without any money. I hope this reaches a lot of people, and I hope this helps a lot of people. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm sorted in life. However, I do have some wise and well mannered, well planned, and well presented piece of information that can help you change your life and become a better person. So this was 5 things. So from your boy at Gadget Berry, I'd like to say shout out and thank you for watching up until this far. If you haven't subscribed, of course subscribe to the channel. If you do like the video, just press the like button down there, and of course we'll see you on the next one. It's been fun. Take care.